Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, I will present paper. My paper title is clustering of potential customer in digital trade transaction. First author is Purwanto uh, and Jalija Wong in second author and Farah Wahida bin Timur in the third author. Okay, the number of internet use user in Indonesia. The number of internet users in Indonesia is more than 130 million. In 2017, the number of buyers of goods and services online in Indonesia reached 41%, up 15% compared to 26% in 2016. The value of online shopping transactions in 2017 reached uh, 5.3 US billion. Based on the result of market surveys, the categories of goods that are best known in Indonesia are clothing, accessories, bags, shoes, personal care items, and cosmetics. In terms of market share, fashion is the leading product category, contributing 3.05 US billion of total sales, followed by toys, hobbies, and TE, which generated the 2.36 US billion in sales. The digital trade transaction data in Indonesia is growing rapidly. Based on a market data, the e-commerce transactions data in Indonesia has reached 25.1 rupiah trillion in 2020 and 2014, and in 2016 was the 69.8 rupiah trillion, with an exchange rate of 13,200 rupiah per US dollar. In 2018, digital trade in Indonesia was to 145.1 rupiah trillion. A good understanding of online transaction can be used by companies to invest in potential online transaction. Some problems need to be solved, such as sparse data and the recommended accuracy is low. E-commerce with social media seeks a use embedding user recommendation and product strategy. Customer clustering is conducted according to different types of customer data, including customer value data, customer profile data, customer transaction data, and customer purchasing experience data. In the following sections, we briefly introduce each type. Three metrics, including the present value, the potential value, and customer reality to evaluate the customer. These three metrics should be calculated according to the values of these three metrics. They clustered customers into different segments. Customer data sets. The study uses data meaning that from potential customers by online questionnaires. The customer data used were uh, 309 respondents. This is a customer data set. There are 9 indicators used for clustering attributes. Number one, apps. Number two, role of online transaction. Number three, transaction duration. Number four, number of marketplace for sales. Number five, number of market transactions for transactions. Number six, number of products categories for transaction. Number seven, number of digital payment that are used in online transactions. Number eight, use social media to online transaction. And number nine, number of social media for online transaction. This is 9 indicators used for clustering attributes. Research method. This is a research method. This is first data collecting. Until data collecting, after data collecting, and then pre-processing, and the clustering process, and then cluster analysis, and then segmentation data. This is a research method in my research. Clustering process. Clustering model architecture for three outputs. This is a feature for clustering model architecture for three outputs. The input, and this is a layer, and then output three output. This is a feature clustering model architecture for 5 outputs. Clustering analysis. Three clusters with a purchase 1,000. Cluster 1 120. Cluster 2 there 101, and cluster 3 88. This is a cluster analysis of feature value of clusters enjoyed three outputs. 3 clusters with a purchase 1,000. Cluster analysis of 5 clusters with a purchase 1,000. Cluster 1 71, cluster 2 54, cluster 3 56, cluster 4 66, and cluster 5 62. This is a feature value of clusters enjoyed 5 outputs. 5 clusters with exposure 1,000. Result and discussion. The customer said that they used were 309 respondents. Based on the result of the distribution of questionnaires of China data that 65.2% of online transaction perpetrators aged 19 to 25 years. 23.9% of online transaction perpetrators aged 26 to 35 years, and 10.9% aged under 18 years and over 36 years. The average online transaction done in 1 month based on the result of filling out the questionnaire is 33.1% answered once a month, 37% answered 2 to 4 times a month, 13% answered 5 to 10 times a month, 16.9% answered more than 10 times a month. Based on the education level of the perpetrators of online transactions, 62.4% had a bachelor's degree, 24.8% had a senior high school level, and 12.8% had a bachelor's of and diploma 3. based on the type of transaction carried out, the result obtained 51.8% as a payer, or 45.6% as a seller, and 2.6% as a seller and payer. Conclusion. Clustering process use neural network algorithm based on the result of data collection. Data grouping can be obtained with a cluster tree approaches, uh, 1000 data with coherent parameter 0.1, and cluster 5 approaches 1000 data with coherent parameter 0.1. Okay, thank you very much.